Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Amazon exclusive Heavy Artillery Roadblock. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further. Or both, that's even more awesomer. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And as is the norm here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's start with a look at the packaging. And here we are, forward up. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole. Nice window showcasing the figure and accessories. Nice artwork there of Mr. Roadblock. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Heavy Artillery Roadblock, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print. Made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, the tech card, or excuse me, file card. And on this side, nice artwork showcasing Mr. Roadblock. On the back, the artwork we have become accustomed to. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Includes figure and 3 accessories. Blah, 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 blah. And no stick things in your foreign language pie holes that don't belong there. Because they don't belong there. Hasbro print. Not for under 3. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And we will take a look at accessories first. Here we have handy dandy tweezers. And we'll start off with his helmet. So, very nice, modern looking helmet. And I'm assuming this is the paint app. So one large paint app, and it looks to be molded in black. At least that would be my guess. Could be molded in green and they painted the inside of the helmet, which would be weird. And next up we have his sidearm. Nice realistic looking pistol. And then here is the ammunition canister, or barrel. I guess they call it a barrel. Cylinder. And then here is the minigun. And this is the same exact minigun that came with Breaker and the Ram Cycle out of the Cobra Island Target exclusives. So the barrels do rotate, and then it's got a handle here with a nice little paint app on it there. Some silver paint here at the end of each barrel, and other than that, just some nice molded detail in there. And this piece did not come with the Ram Cycle. And it just, you notice there's a T-shaped slot there, and so that just slides into position. And now it's full of bullets and ready to shoot stuff. Well, let's take a look at the figure itself. And I have to say, that is Marvin. This is what I always think of. When I think of Roadblock, this is what I think of. Not that first classified series, which was more based on version 2 from A Real American Hero, but this is the version I think of, and I understand why they included this accessory with him, but he really should have come with his Ma Deuce, and it's a shame that he did not. So nice paint apps there for the camo shirt, which is sculpted in. And I actually think that the chest and torso on this one are new parts. This seems to be a new part, this harness that he's wearing. The legs from the waist down are reuse from the previous figure, except for this knee pad is different. It's more, it's straight up reuse from Gung Ho, which was reused with the changed knee pad. Even these shin guards and the feet are the same, just painted differently. And on the back, he's got a little pouch there that doesn't come off. I'm sure if you really wanted to, this harness, you could get it to come off, but who wants it to? But look at the nice paint on the face. I mean, that is pretty awesome. Well, let's take a look at the figure's articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that low. He's got some waggle in there. And he can chicken neck too. Looks like there's a dumbbell. No. It is a hinge and ball. But the neck is a separate piece, and it's probably on a ball joint down here in the bottom. The arms, and as you can see, this Roadblock does not have the big lion tattoo on it like the original Classified Series 1 Classified Series figure had. He does have butterfly, so it can go back a little bit. It's not really wanting to go back much, and it can go forward a little bit, and that's about it. Can go out just a little past 90 degrees. Full rotation at the shoulder. At the upper bicep, a cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. A double hinged pinned knee. That's an elbow, dummy. And let's see if I can get the full range out of it. You get that much bend at the elbow. Full 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge. And on the other side, it is on an in and out hinge also. An up and down hinge would have been nice there. He does have a cut here for a classic Marvel Legends style crunch. He can crunch back that far. And crunch forward that far. At the waist, there's a ball or maybe a dumbbell. So he's got some hula action in there, and with that he can bend forward that far, and he can bend backwards. Well, he can stand up straight. And then it will give you a full 360 degrees of rotation. At the hips, he does have that standard G.I. Joe Classified Series pull down hinge. So it'll pull down that far, and he will give you the full splits. Kicks forward like a showgirl. Kicks back, not quite like a mule. Cut here at the upper thigh for a 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinned knee. And it gives you that much bend. Then there's a cut at the upper shin for a boot cut, because he's wearing a boot. 360 degree rotation there. Ankles go down that far. They go up that far, which is hardly any. But he does have a forward-facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. Now comes my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And to start things off, here is the Wave 1 Classified Series Roadblock. And you can see, well, it's not real clear from that distance, but as you can see, from the waist down, everything is the same except for the colors in this knee pad. And as you can see, there's fabric detailing in here, but not here. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute when we get to Gung Ho. But there's how those guys compare up. Even though this is pretty much the same body, well, I say the same. The torso is different on this one, I'm pretty sure. So, but there's Roadblock. And next up we have, here's Gung Ho. And as you can see, when we're talking about the pants, you see how it's the fabric detailing on this side, but it's a knee pad on this side. Well, it's the same. So they're exactly the same except for colors from the waist down. But there's how they compare up. And here we have him with the Action Force, Valiverse Action Force, Sergeant Slaughter, and yes, Sarge. When Classified Series does their Sarge, I hope they do him on a bigger body like this. That would be great. In fact, they probably will use this same body and just put a different head on it. And of course, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. Now, how does he stack up with other lines? Let's take a look. And from the Star Wars The Black Series Archive Wave, here's the 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And, of course, making his cameo appearance from the Marvel Legends series, here's Stan the Man Lee. And for some 7-inch goodness, from McFarlane Toys, the Dark Knight Returns Build a Horse Wave Superman. And that, my friends, completes a look at the comparisons. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Amazon exclusive Heavy Artillery Roadblock, for me, this is just Roadblock. It doesn't have to be Heavy Artillery, it's just Roadblock. You can do without the Heavy Artillery. I know they needed to put a name on it that kind of differentiated it from the other, but yeah, just Roadblock would do for me. I like this figure. It is mostly reuse. Some new parts. I think the pistol, the firearm sidearm is a new piece, and the torso is a new piece. Arms, legs, well, the head's a new piece, and the helmet's a new piece. So, a few new pieces in here, but 90% reuse, and that's okay. Because it got us a classic, a real American hero looking Roadblock. I still am a little disappointed that they gave him the Gatling gun, or minigun, whatever you want to call it, instead of his Ma Deuce. But, eventually, maybe they'll give us weapons packs like they used to do back in the day. Of 3 3/4 Real American Hero G.I. Joes. They would come out with weapon accessory packs that were, it was just repainted weapons from previous figures, just all bundled in a pack with some backpacks maybe, or some helmets and radio gear, that kind of stuff. So stuff that you might have lost, you could get replaced, just not in the same color. So, but maybe they'll do that, similar to what Action Force, Valiverse Action Force is doing with weapons packs also. That would be cool. In fact, you know, there's several little packs that they could do like that. Not just the weapons pack, but the small mini playset things that they used to have too, like the Biovac and the Cobra Night Raft or whatever it was that Firefly used on the artwork. So that would be a cool thing. But I digress. It's really a great figure, even though, you know, lots of reuse, but still a great figure, and I am so happy to finally have this one in my collection. I had given up on it because I didn't think Amazon was ever going to have it back in stock at retail, but apparently a limited amount were available on Pulse, which is where I got this one, Hasbro Pulse. And I was lucky enough to run across it that actual day that they had put it on there. So they are currently, as of this recording, currently sold out of it, and Amazon's listing for it was $35 and some change, $36. So still, that's not bad, but the way figure prices are increasing, I hate to pay more than retail at this point. It's doing good to pay retail. Well, that does it for the review and my waxing philosophical. I hope you enjoyed the review. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further. That would be much appreciated and super awesome to do both. Cool. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.